Bom dia, YouTube. It's another glorious morning in Portuguese September, and we are heading to the Serra da Estrela, Portugal's highest mountain range, well, on the mainland anyway. Come along with me. Okay, we are on our way into the mountains, into Serra da Estrela to be precise, which is Portugal's highest mountain range on the mainland. Now the highest mountain in Portugal is in the Azores Islands, so we're not gonna see those in this series of videos, but we're gonna see the highest points in Portugal mainland. So those mountains go up to 1,933 meters, and so you can expect some nice driving shots from mountain roads in this video, as well as, of course, some probably pretty spectacular viewpoints and hopefully a few nice drone shots. And we will finally ultimately arrive in a small town slash village called Manteigas, which is right in the middle of that mountain range in a glacier valley. So that should be beautiful. So hang on for a nice montage. But first we make a stop in the little town of Belmonte, which of course comes with a stunning view. But there is more to this place. So Jews have lived in this town in Belmonte since at least the Middle Ages. But during the time of the Inquisition, they were forced to convert to Christianity. However, many of them kept practicing their Jewish faith in secret, in private, and they continue to do so for several hundred years. So these people became known as the crypto Jews. And only in the 20th century, really, they gained recognition and acceptance for their faith again. And today, Belmonte is one of the few towns in Portugal with an active Jewish community. So I just talked to a man, Claudio. He is originally Italian, but he's lived here for almost 20 years now. And he also identifies, he told me he was Jewish and Christian. And from him I learned that the so-called crypto Jews were also known as Cristianos Nuevos, New Christians, and maybe the best known of them was actually Vasco da Gama. He also was a Jew who had converted to Christianity. I will have to verify that, I will look it up, but that's what he said. And so, of course, Belmonte, like any other place in Portugal, is still very, very Christian. So they have a church, and there's a chapel behind me, and you see crosses and other symbols aplenty. But what you don't see very often is this. So yes, this cute little town has a synagogue built in the 1990s, and there is also a association of several towns and villages in Portugal that still have Jewish communities, and Belmonte is by far the main one among them. So Jewish community here is stronger than pretty much anywhere else within Portugal. Okay, back to the car. Okay, I guess this is where the mountain drama begins. These roads should be fun. See you at the end of the road. At my apartment, and already it's just absolutely adorable. First of all, we're in goat country, so you learn a lot about goats here. That's a cool business idea, isn't it? Okay, let's go inside. First of all, when you enter, there's the living room and kitchen area with a couch, little dining table, the kitchen, a really large TV. This must be 55, I think. There is a bedroom, again with a nice large bed. That's what I remember from the description on booking.com. I have my own balcony. This apartment with 32 square meters, I think it said, cost me 65 euros for this night. That's a damn good price for this. I will definitely explore this town more later today, in the afternoon, early evening. But for now, there is something else I want to see, so we're driving into the mountains. Those pretty challenging stairs were actually just for this pond. Okay, well. Okay, these are much easier. Okay, I have arrived at the highest point of this road, but that waterfall that's supposed to be here, I can't find it. Well, it's supposed to be quite small. Maybe it's hiding. I will look around some more, but until then, we will make do with this. Okay, someone, a local, pointed me in this direction. She said to take this path. It's supposed to be 2.5 kilometers. But in all honesty, if it's 2.5 kilometers like this, then I'm not gonna make it. Nope, it didn't go on like that. It got worse, a lot worse. And that path, that hike, that climb is definitely not made for my shoes. You need proper hiking boots for that, and I don't have those with me. So, no waterfall today. Okay, I'm back in town, and there's a lot going on here. Okay, I figured it out. Today is the 8th of September, and that is the feast of the Nativity of Our Lady, celebrating the birth of Mother Mary, and that, of course, is a very big, important holiday in Roman Catholic countries. So that procession we just saw was because of that. The marching band was pretty good though, right? Okay, before the sun sets, let us go explore this town a bit more. As I walked through the town, I noticed that everything was closed, even restaurants, cafes and bars. And everyone in the streets seemed to head in the same direction. Okay, so this little town of 800 people has two churches, and both are fully decorated today. And here's the crowd. Okay, not everything worked out quite as planned today. I have had a few curveballs thrown my way. I hope you enjoyed the video anyway, and I will wrap up and go get some dinner. There's supposed to be the best cheese in all of Portugal coming from this region, so I'm gonna try that one. I will absolutely also drop a picture of that in here, and I hope I see you around for the next video, which will take us to first to Portugal's highest point in the mainland, and then further on, further west towards the Atlantic Ocean, but not quite all the way yet. There's a town first, of course, I want to visit. Take care and see you for the next video.